beautiful family, warmest welcome back again to the Lovisa channel. Always such a pleasure to have you here once again. Today I will be showing you how I make my party jollof. This is going to blow your mind. Super simple to make, but it is so tasty that everyone at the party or the event or wherever you make this will applaud you. They will never forget the hands that made this jollof. So well, to stay with me and let's go do the best party jollof ever. I mean, Ghana jollof. Quick tour of our ingredients, which are also listed below in the description box. Okay, so I have about 6 cups of my jasmine rice, 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. I have 5 cans of chopped tomatoes, and I also have some veggies. I do have my 2 big onions, 1 golden onion and 1 red onion, some spring onions, bell pepper and Maggi cube, and I also have my blended natural spices together with habanero pepper. I have some oil. The first one I used to fry my gizzard, and I love that flavor and infusion that came with it, so I'm going to use it for my jollof. And of course I also have half cup of vegetable oil, and this is my yummy stock that I saved from cooking my gizzard. And of course some salt to taste, curry powder and nutmeg powder. That is all that I'll be needing for my party jollof. So let's go and get started. Okay, so I started off by doing my stew. Obviously I go ahead to put my oil in my pot, and then once it's hot, I just add my onions. Once my onions turns golden brown, I go ahead to add my tomato paste, and I also fry that for about 7 to 10 minutes because tomato paste tends to be a little bit sour, so you have to cook that really very well before you just go ahead with the other ones. Okay, already talked about how good tomato paste and curry goes so well together. It removes that, you know, acidity and sourness from it, so it's really very good to always start off by, you know, frying it together with your curry powder. If you've not, for the sake of my new family, I'll just repeat it again. Once you're making your stew, please add the tomato paste together with your curry to fry it before any other thing goes in. You will see the difference and you thank me later. Okay, once you realize that your tomato paste and the spices has really, you know, fried well and there is no water content left there, you just go ahead to add your chopped canned tomatoes. This time you're not even cooking it aside, we're cooking it all together. So right now you just go ahead to stir it, and this is the twist. Please do well to add the stock right here right now, because it's going to add all the flavors that your stew needs for you to have the best jollof. Once everything is so mixed well, you just go ahead to cover it and allow it to boil, because there is a lot of water content in here from the chopped tomatoes. So allow it to boil over for at least 10 minutes, and just make sure you come back to stir here and there. Your stew doesn't burn at the bottom. And yes, when the stew begins to bubble like this, then it means that it loses its water content and it's very good. You go ahead to put all that vegetable in here. Mind you, this is not vegetable jollof. If you're doing vegetable jollof, this is not the way to do it. Bell pepper and the spring onions to just give the stew a lot more flavor. That is all, just to spice things up, because at the end of the day you're not going to see any of the vegetables in your jollof anyway. So yes, it is not a vegetable jollof, it's just a plain jollof, just giving it a little twist with these vegetables. After a good 55 minutes, our stew is done. Once it's done, you realize that all that oil comes on top and it floats on top of your stew, and it's a good sign that your rice is ready to go in directly to your stew. And please, you know what I always say, do well to wash your rice before you put it in your pot. Okay, so yes, our jollof is on the way, going slowly. And I realized that the stew was quite a lot, so I end up adding another cup to it, because yes, party jollof there, everyone wants more than 3 rounds, so you have to do it a lot. All the rice gets in, please make sure you stir, and everything, the stew and the rice, mix very well together. This type of jollof, we are not going to add any extra water. It is going to cook like this, because yes, it is that saucy. That is how I want my party jollof to be. Everyone will be pleased and everyone will be happy at the end of the day. So I go ahead to add my salt to taste. Yes, I like to add it at the end, because yeah, just to avoid it being too over salty. To add it after you've added all your spices and everything, all that, you know, stock also had a little bit of salt. So it's always best to wait till the very last minute before you add your salt. So hope you witness all that richness of of jollof you're going to have. Look at how beautiful and so saucy it is looking. Okay, so it's time for us to cover it, and yeah, for another 10 to 15 minutes we come back and check. Please do well to turn your heat on a medium, because we do not want the burn jollof at all. Okay, no disgrace. So this is it. After a good 20 minutes we come back and just turn things around. Yes, you really need to continue to stir it up. Make sure the bottom part is up and the upper part also goes down to the bottom part, and there is not too many water content left, so you go ahead to cover it again with your baking paper or any, you know, white cloth that you have. And after 20 good minutes, still on the low heat, it's going to cook. The heat is going to cook your jollof rice to perfection. Party jollof, you will need a lot of patience because it might take a longer time because of the amount of rice that you're using. 25 to 30 minutes later on the low heat, our rice is cooked to perfection. It is really so amazing to see how this rice was cooked to perfection with just heat. No extra water, just heat was able to cook this rice to perfection. And that is exactly how your party jollof rice should look like. When the jollof is like this, of course I'm going to eat 2 bowls, 3 bowls, or even more. Yes, and it tastes amazing. Please, all that I also love to have is my kanzo, which I also love to have it the day after. Hey, jollof at the so fam. If you know, you know, right? Because of the elephant in the room, we couldn't have, you know, get together at home. So what we did is we packed and then we sent it over to our neighbors and our loved ones. Yes. So here at home, this is how it all went down. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yes, family, I've also shared the spicy gizzard, the Ghana salad recipes, and I'm going to link it all down below in the description box. We were not able to meet in our numbers. We still had to throw a little party at home, just a little bit, with our family, and a few friends came over as well. And yeah, we really had a good time. It was so simple, and that is all that matters. This year, I have to tell you about the simple things in life that makes it all worth it. Okay, so throw a little bit of, you know, some cool little small party at home, and it's fine. You're just making the year count. It has been such a rocky year, but we thank God for life. So you have to celebrate a little bit just to thank God for the life that He has given you. Okay, now look at that Ghana salad. With that jollof, it's everything, family. It is everything. Talk about the spicy gizzard, family. Those three combination was just life, and I do hope you try all the recipes at home. Okay, so family, we will be ending here today. I do hope you enjoyed this recipe. I really hope you do well to continue to take good care of yourself and of your family as well. Thank you so much, family, for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this video, please do well to give me a thumbs up, share, comment, and let's get interactive. And if this is your first time here, please do well to subscribe and join the happy family for new recipes every week. Thank you so much once again, and I will see you in my next one. Have a joyful holiday season.